Cheers! And Happy New Year! If you're anything like me, you like to spend the time around New Year setting goals for the upcoming year and planning out your calendar. And when I'm planning out my calendar, one of the biggest things I'm looking for is the reefing trade shows that are occurring throughout the year so that I know when I need to ask off from work. If you are also looking to plan out your year with respect to trade shows, or if you're trying to figure out which ones you want to go to and what ones are near you, then stay tuned. This video is definitely for you. Hi there! Hilary here for Waterlogged on behalf of SaltwaterAquarium.com. Like I promised, I've compiled a list of the small and large aquarium shows that are occurring across the United States throughout the year. That being said, there is a ton of small shows that I know, one, there's not enough time for me to cover in a single video, and two, I probably have missed them, especially if they're not in my area. So I would highly encourage you to go ahead and pause this video and leave a comment down below about what frag swaps and local club meets that you are most looking forward to throughout the year. Hopefully a local member will see those and maybe be inspired to join you. Now, before I get started telling you about all of the different shows across the country, I wanted to let you know a couple of different things that will hopefully help with your planning. And first is budget. We want to know how much money we can spend on our corals, which means we need to know how much money that we're going to have to spend to get to the shows themselves. Now, hotels are a big thing. If you are considering staying in a hotel off-site, I would discourage you from that. The reason being is there's a lot of fun activities that happen at the hotels after the show ends, and you don't want to miss out on all of that community building and networking. So try your best to stay at the hotel. Now, with the hotels, especially for the larger shows, a lot of the events book out a block of hotel rooms and they get them at a discounted price so that you can benefit and it's not going to cost you as much as if you would have booked separately. So go ahead right now, look for the shows that you want that I talk about after this video and book your rooms so that you are locked in at that room rate and you'll have that for the show. Now, the second thing you should probably be considering is the cost of the show itself. And honestly, while hotel prices are pretty standard across the board, the prices for the shows really vary quite a bit. From all of the shows that I've got on this list, they range in price from around $12 all the way up to a couple hundred plus. Now, with the $12 ticket, you're looking at a general admission ticket, but as you go up in price, you are looking at some of those VIP tickets that get you early bird admission and all sorts of swag and stuff like that. So depending on where you're at and those deals, if you know you want to get them at specific vendors, well, pick which ticket is right for you. All right, now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, let me go ahead and run through my list of shows. Now, I've got these in chronological order. They're the ones that I'm planning on attending this year, but there's a whole bunch more, so I'll try and go back through and get them all, and then I'll try and go through all of the regional shows as well. So, first up on my schedule is Reefstock Denver. That's going to be at the beginning of March in Colorado. Typically go to that one every year. It's always a good time. It's the one that is started by Jake Adams and is typically put on by reef builders. The next one on my schedule is just a few weeks later, and that is Reefapalooza in Texas. Now, this particular show, the Texas show for Reefapalooza, took a break for a couple of years and it's back. And honestly, I'm really excited that it's earlier in the season as opposed to cramming so many in the fall. I like that the show season gets started with a bang early on. All right, the next one that I'll be at is another Reefapalooza, and that is going to be the Reefapalooza Orlando. That's going to be at the end of April. Now, if you are trying to travel to one of these shows with a family and just get everybody involved and bring the kids, this is probably one of my top 2 shows for you to attend just because it's such a great family atmosphere. Not only is Disney and Disney Springs really close by, you could tack on an extra day to your trip, but the venue, the hotel that you're going to stay at for this one is amazing. There's a huge water park. It's a ton of fun for the family if they don't want to go to the show every single day. Now that being said, Reefapalooza has done an amazing job over the past few years, making their events all family inclusive. They have all sorts of activities for the kids as well as the adults who are there to see the corals. Okay, enough about family fun at the shows. Let's move on. New York Reefapalooza is the next one. That one is right after my birthday every single year, and I'm super excited. It's almost the third week in June. It is such a good time. If you like exploring the city, then this might be the show for you to attend. Moving on throughout the season, the last Reefapalooza that I will be attending this year is going to be Reefapalooza California. This is another one that's a great place to bring your family to. It's really close to Disney again, and if you like going to public aquariums, there's a whole bunch of them that are within a 30 or 45-minute drive, well, depending on traffic. So always a good time to go to Reefapalooza California. You get a lot of vendors there from Southern California and the Southwest, so maybe not people that you would see at the shows during the rest of the season. Now, those aren't all of the shows. Reefstock has another event in Tennessee that is going to be right around the same time as Reefapalooza. So if you are on the East Coast and you want to attend a Reefstock event, then definitely consider that one. Now, if you're unable to attend any of those larger events, I highly encourage you to go to the website Reefing USA and check out their show lineup. They have 22 plus shows that are located throughout the United States, and they are a new up-and-coming thing, and it's a great opportunity to check out some local shows that has a bunch of different vendors, from your favorite products to the corals that you're looking to add to your tank, and they're always adding to the list. Right now they've got their spring lineup up, but I'm sure throughout the season they will continue to add to that list of shows. So it's a good opportunity to get to attend a show near you without having to make big travel plans. There's another show that is on the East Coast, that is the Aquatic Expo. That's going to take place at the very beginning of the year, and it is going to be right around Charlotte, North Carolina. So if that's your area, then consider going to that show. It's a rather unique one. It's not just coral, it's also going to include freshwater and even reptiles, I believe. Now, speaking of shows that include multiple groups of pets, the LA Pet Fair is another one. Now, this one isn't as big on the map for saltwater yet, but I suspect over the next few years, it's definitely going to be a big up-and-coming show. In addition to all of these other shows, there are reef clubs across the country that are regularly hosting frag swaps and all sorts of events that benefit their members. So whatever area that you're in, go ahead and hop on Facebook or do a search and look for a local marine aquarium society near you and see if you can get involved and find out when the next events are. Okay, before I wrap this up, one other show that I want to bring to mind, but at the time I filmed this, they didn't have any dates released yet, and that is Aquella. Now, traditionally, they have a show in Texas, they've got one in Chicago, and they've also got one in Florida. They haven't released any dates yet. Make sure that you follow along on their website to see when they release those dates. Okay, that is going to conclude this video. I really hope that I get to see you at one of these trade shows this year. I cannot emphasize enough how much fun they are and what a great time it is. Okay, this has been Hilary for Waterlogged on behalf of SaltwaterAquarium.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.